come on, let's talk, let's rap, let's chat. This is life. I don't know if you're on my platform and you're a woman and you have this kind of a bleeding disorder. You understand? Talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor, because we didn't know what to do. I would just carry pads everywhere. I was even using towels because pads will not do me. I had to use what they call it, a sweater. I'm so used to carrying sweaters everywhere. Even till today, you'll never see me without a sweater because my clothes would stain easily. So once I get up, I went to an all-girls school, St. Louis Girls Grammar School. As soon as I get up, they say, "Oh, Kemi, oops." I'll get my sweater and tie it because I stain easy. I used to stain very easily. So when I got to this country, they prescribed contraceptives, which I took every day, the pill, and it did help. And like I told you, and my doctors was telling me, look, it will take time before you get pregnant, or when it's time, when you finally get, a husband, when you finally get married. And I started using these contraceptives, I believe 1992, 91, 92, something thereabout. And I used it all through till I got married. Even after marriage, I was still using it because we were not like really ready, but I was skipping some days. And lo and behold, 3 months after, I got pregnant. I didn't even know it. We did not expect it. God just did it. And I was sick. Oh my God, was I sick. I was inactive. It was like I was dying. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I threw up. Any little smell, I threw up. There was nothing in me. I couldn't drive. I couldn't walk down the stairs. Through my 9 months, my mom would call me. My mom was a retired midwife. Kemi, ma worry. After 3 months, you're going to be okay. I was bleeding my nose. I bled throughout the pregnancy too. Because once they told me I was pregnant, my doctors was like, you need to stop this contraceptives, rightfully so, right? But still, well, maybe that I started to bleed. I was bleeding. But the pregnancy stood firm. They were thinking the baby was going to get aborted. I was on bed rest. It was really the most scary time of my life. My first pregnancy, it was hell. But my mom will call me, don't say nothing negative. Just keep praying for that baby. Don't say anything you say during pregnancy. I didn't even know that. Ladies, anything we say during pregnancy seals. The Lord seals it. So when you're pregnant, pray for your husband, pray for yourself, pray for the unborn baby, pray for your country, pray for your church, pray for your mosque, pray for anything prayable. Do you understand? Because the Lord answered all those prayers. Don't curse anybody. My mom was telling me then. Don't say anything bad. You understand? And it was hard. It was very hard. Because I was not well. Ladies, I was not well. Gentlemen, it was rough. But my baby stood still. She was enjoying life in my belly, eating out of my bones and everything. And I'm skipping now. You understand? My husband was nowhere to be found all through those pregnancy, all through those months. My first husband, he was playing, all right? He was carrying women everywhere, anything in skirts. It wasn't like that before. Remember I told you? We went to the same school, went to the same college. He was my best friend in college, University of Ibadan. He was a year my senior. He was also a medical student. He's always been very playful, but playful as in happy, just like I am. But never a womanizer, never. If he had been, I wouldn't have gone that route. Trust me. But things happened, and once I got pregnant and I got sick, I guess one of the factors was that he did not know how to handle the situation. I was 26, he was 28 and a half or 27 and a half, because we were very close in age. All right. And he didn't know what to do. He just hit the streets. He started to club. This was a man that did not drink, that did not smoke, and he won't come home for days. I was the only one. I didn't have no real friends. I had a close couple. We got married almost at the same time. Sheyi and her husband is a pastor, a very, very prominent man of God to the core, and his wife, Sheyi and Olumide Ogunjuyibe. We are still friends till today. In fact, we still chatted a few days ago. You understand? They were the ones that would take me to the doctors. They were the ones that would check up on me. They knew, because hey, they're like, where is Yomi? You understand? And my doctors, they did not know. They know I was married. They did not know who my husband was, because he never attended. I think maybe he attended one of the my doctor's appointments. And you know how it is now, even in Nigeria or wherever country you're watching me from, once you're pregnant, you're supposed to really register. You know, is it what they call antenatal and all that? It's a whole lot of tests. They take blood work, they check the baby, You know, he was never there, you know, and I couldn't drive because I was sick. I used to go for IV fluid. They used to, you know, give me a fluid, what they call it now, IV, you know, fluid. They used to put it in me almost like every 2 days, 3 days, you know, because I wasn't eating, I was dehydrated, my skin was peeling, my nails bleeding, my gums bleeding. I'm still not complete even since that time. And my child, antenatal, and my child is 27 now, going on 27, because I had her 1997. She is a perfect child. She was not sick. She came out big. You need to see her cheeks. They had to use forceps to pull it out. IV infusion. Just don't mind me, please. I may not be as coherent, but you know, this is the story of my life. So wherever it is that I'm, just fill it in for me. You understand? But it's all to the glory of God. I welcome you all. Onishile, Folashade, I welcome you. I welcome Amo, of course, Bolanle, Owolabi, everybody. I welcome you, please. Salimot, of course, I see you. I see you all. So I will not waste our time. I'm going to go straight to the point. And I told you that my mom came for the first time to America then to help me take care of the baby. Now, I had my engagement for my first marriage now. I had it in Nigeria. So that way, both sides of the family, our parents, could attend. Do you understand? We had that in 1995. 1995, we had that. We went home. My husband's family lived in, his dad was late. His mom lived in Ilorin, and my mom, we lived in Ibadan. So, rightfully so, his mom and the family, he is the first of 6 children, just like I am the first of 6. They came to Ibadan for the engagement ceremony. Now, before this, when I was in school, when we were in school, remember I told you we went to the same university, University of Ibadan, myself and my ex-husband. He was a year my senior. We were very close friends. I had met his siblings, because one of his siblings was actually a medical student as well. They know me. They knew us as friends, good friends. But we were not dating. I had my boyfriend then. He had his own girlfriend then. You understand? So we did not meet again until when we got to America. I came first to Michigan, and then he came. I'm like, oh my goodness, Kemi, you're here too. I'm like, yeah, I traveled, you know. And that's how we met in Michigan, and that was in 1992 or 93, 92, 93. You understand? But we were like, what could happen? We've been best friends anyway. Why not? You know, one thing led to another, and we're like, well, we've known each other. We know our families. What else could be? This is a strange man's land. What else could happen? Let's get married. You know, marriage starts from friendship, right? But I guess I was wrong. You know, I wasn't a born-again Christian then. No, I was a Christian. You know, you can be going to church and you're not really, you know, into the Bible. I wasn't. I didn't know how. I went to American churches. I'm not saying American churches are wrong. Please don't get me wrong. You know, but it's different from African root. It's different. is different. The way that we pray, the way that we praise, it's different. It's not the same. It's different. You understand? It's different. I know you know what I'm saying. So that's how we decided we're going to get married. And we called home to tell my parents. And my parents were like, you're me, eh? Oh my goodness, I'm married. And my mom was very happy because I had a very rough childhood. I'll go there another time. And I actually told my mom over the years when I was growing up that I would never marry. Watch your tongue. I would always tell her that. I said, the way that my biological dad treated my mom and all of us, the children, I'm the first of 6. I was a mini mama gbogbo. I am still the mother of my siblings, to my siblings. I'm actually right now my mom's mother. You understand how it is now? You know how it shifts. Because of that deep hurt that my dad, I was the apple of my dad's eye, the way he treated my mom and myself and all my siblings. Do you understand? I always would tell my mom, I don't want to get married, though. I will just take care of, I'll tell my mom, I'll take care of all your children who are my siblings as my own, which I did. My mom would say, no, mo bite me, iwo na lati biti e. Mani mommy, no, I mean, mo no kote mi, but de bite me, iwo na ma biti e. Meaning, I got married, that's what my mom would tell me. Meaning, I got married, you yourself will get married, you will have your own children, leave my own. But I always told her, no. Aderonke Ademakinwa, you're very welcome. So over the years, I was speaking negatively into my own life because I was very upset at what my dad did without knowing that what you speak comes to pass. Do you understand now? Even though my mom would try to revoke it, but God was waiting for me to change my tongue. Speaking positively is so vital. Speaking positively over your own life, irrespective of the situation that you find yourself. Speaking positively over your children, irrespective of how they are. Hey, sometimes our children will push us. And we would utter negatives. Please withdraw it. It's happened to me too. We are mothers. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes our husbands will push us and you will speak negatively. Sometimes your wives will push you as a father and you will speak negatively over your wife, over your children. You need to stop it. I did so since I was 10. 11 till I finished college. I would tell my mom and I wasn't interested in men. Oh, men came. Remember, I was Miss UI. Hey, men came. Oh my God, men came. Men will park in front of my Queen's Hall from Lagos, as a beautiful babe. I was a queen. You understand? But a very naive one. I was an efiko, bookworm nimi. Because as the firstborn, I always had it in my brain. I have to do well. I have to excel. So I didn't have time for men. And I really didn't want to even see men. My dad did not do well when it came to, since when I was like 9. My dad did not do well. That's another topic entirely. But that was the foundation that led to my speaking negatively upon my own life as per marital. Do you understand now? As per even childbearing. Because if I don't get married, I want to go, I wasn't interested in sperm donors. But I wasn't interested in getting married. So let me go back to when I met Abayomi again in Michigan. So I told myself, what could go wrong? This was my best friend. I would go to Abayo. Yemi, how are you, love? I love you. Thank you. I would go to Abayomi's a room in ABH then. ABH was a medical dormitory in UCH, University College Hospital, where we finished off physiotherapy. Mommy Bukola, how are you, ma? To God be the glory for making it get through. Yes, ma. Yes, mommy. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. I love you, ma. Mwah. That's our mommy, my mother, one of my beautiful grandmas in Meshaw Fans Club on our page in my life. She doesn't play with me. Thank you so much, mommy. So, you know, Abayomi knew my story. Because remember, we were best friends. And there's nothing wrong with you having a male as a best friend. There was nothing. I knew his girlfriend. He knew my boyfriend then. So we were really cool friends. I would go to his room then and he would cook beans. He would cook ewa. And I would eat. And we would talk and we would play. You know, just as good friends. And I knew his girl. So when we met again in Michigan, we were like, Adiatu, God bless you. What would go wrong? He knew my background. I know his background because he was the first of 6 children. His dad was dead. His mom was the only one who took care of all of them. Just like my mom was the only one who took care of us when my father ran away. So you see, we were just like, oh my goodness, hey, we are one, two of a kind. I did not pray about it. I didn't think it was necessary. I don't know if you get me. Are you learning? I didn't know. I thought it was perfect. Especially since I did not want to be married again. You know, I never wanted to be married at all. So God brought him. So I called my mom. She was very happy. She said, Ofeshe yawo. And then I told her it's Abayomi. She was happy because she knew him. And then he called home too, of course, to tell his mother, she roti Kemi yen, to wale BH, teba wa kimi yen. You understand? Do you remember that Kemi, that girl? To mansha wada yen, teba wa kimi yen, ore mi yen, that's my friend. And his mom now said, tell Kemi to come and see me. Remember, we lived here. We already moved from Michigan then to Maryland. Because we were looking for a state that wasn't too cold. Michigan is cold, freezing cold, cold. It will be minus 60 degrees weather and we will still have to go to work. I was working at a Detroit Receiving Hospital downtown then. I remember in the snow, they will not close anything, no, not like in this Maryland where a little dust. They will say, they have closed the school, so they have closed this, so it wasn't like that, you know. So we decided to move to Maryland. So his mom said, come and tell Kemi to come and see me. So I called my mom. I said, Momo, mommy, you're being personally before we, you know, do anything. And mom was like, yes, that's the right thing. And tell Yomi to come and see me too. I said, okay. So I went home first. I went home. I got to Ibadan. We lived in Ibadan. I got to Ibadan. My younger brother, the first brother that I have, Mayowa, he lives in London now, in England with his family, doing very well. He's our third born. We went to Mommy says my beautiful Michigan. That's where mommy lives. Mommy lives in Michigan. Mommy, I used to work at Holy Cross Hospital in Detroit. Then I worked at Detroit Receiving Hospital, downtown Detroit. I lived in Livonia. I mean, I worked rather. I lived in Livonia. I lived in quite a few places. I was a clinical manager at the Ford Motor Company also before I left Michigan. So I loved Michigan, but the cold was too much. I was afraid the cold was going to freeze my eggs at some point because my stomach would be so rigid like that. I'm like, hey, this kind of cold, oh, I'm a Oru Ibadan. Omo Ijebu from hot Ibadan Ijebu. They can't dump me for cold Michigan. They won't keep us see. Ah, that call won't kill me. They call for freeze my eggs. I say make a jackpot. Jackpot go from Maryland. Because here in Maryland, it's milder. It's milder. We experience all the three weathers here. Okay, let me wrap that up. So, I flew home. And I went home to Ibadan first. And don't forget, I should say I am, because I still am, Ajebota. You know what they call Ajebota? I'm always under my mom's skirt. I wasn't exposed at all. I'm better now because I'm 55 now, hello, but there's still a whole lot of things I don't know. So a lot of people who are close to me, I'm always asking, what does that mean? You know, especially when they tell me in Yoruba, you understand? I was still asking Salimo the other day, my PA, what is, she mentioned one word, Sha. I don't even know what she said again. I'm like, what is that? You understand? Okay? Because that's just me. And I ask questions. I make you fresh. It makes me fresh, the cold weather. Yes, it's true. But I couldn't stand that cold. So, when Michigan is a nice state, says Lynn. All right, Lynn, have you lived there before? It is a nice state. So, we went to, I went to Ibadan. And my brother, our firstborn son, my mom's firstborn son, our thirdborn, went with me. Remember, it's my younger, I'm the first of 6. We went to Ilorin together to see my ex-husband, then my fiance's mom, as she demanded. When I got there, I was a bit surprised. He told me, but then I was a bit surprised at the condition of living. They lived in like a 2-bedroom, I believe. It's an apartment. It wasn't too good. You understand? Remember, she had 6 children as well. So it was only my fiance then who was here. Everybody else was still at home. So you can imagine that kind of living environment. So, but I stayed there with them. Oh yeah, I stayed there with them. And they took excellent care of me. Oh my God. Before I woke up, I'm a Jebota. But there's nothing I cannot do. My mom taught me very well. I can forward lotter. I can cook anything. I can clean. You understand what I'm saying? I know how to do everything. So, but they won't let me, They treated me like gold. They will fetch my water. They didn't let me do really anything. You understand? So, I was there for like 2 days. And they had a meeting. This was before our marriage. Please don't get me wrong. Before our marriage. So they had a meeting before I left. And my ex-husband's mom's younger sister, Mama Benga, was there. I know her name. I still remember her name very well because of the role that she played in my marriage. She was there. And your Miss siblings, you know, they were there. You understand? And we had a good meeting. And I told Mom then, my fiance's mother, I told her, don't worry, Mommy, we need to change this environment. And I promised her, because my mom too, we were struggling, but it's better. You understand? Because as soon as I came into this country, I started laying some foundations. You understand? I started getting things in you know, better for my part of my family. Okay? Because remember, my mom raised all of us. Since I was 9, my mom took over all 6 of us because my dad ran away. Okay? Don't forget that. My dad ran away from my life, from my lives, since I was 9 years old. So my mom took care. She did. My mom fried akara. My mom, she did everything she could do to send me to school, to take care of us. So that's why I had to be very focused. I had no choice all through my schooling. And then when God did it and I came to this country, I had to make sure that my mom was okay, my siblings were okay. Do you understand? So that's another story. So when I went to see him, when I went to his family in Ilorin and I saw, I'm like, no, Abayomi is over there now in the US. This situation is not really well. You understand? So I told mommy, Emma, worry. Once we get married, things will change. I told her, mommy, once we get married, we will get you a house. You need to leave this environment. You've been in this environment since dad died, since her husband died, I don't know how many years. Yes, Maryland is nice and safe. Well, there's no place, only God is safety. You understand? Because we have our issues here in Maryland too. We have our issues here, but we thank God for God's safety. I promised her. I said, Mom, you know, I said, Mom, I will take care of us because we are family. That's the way I was taught. Even though my mom had a very bad marriage, she never told us to. She wanted me to be married and marry well. When I introduced Abayomi to my mom, she took him immediately as her son. I'm saying this live. As her son. And I will never lie. I will put blame where everybody has blame. I'm 55 years young. I don't fear nobody but God. And I've always been like that since I was little. I'm as bold as the lion, Jesus Christ our Lord. So, I just want you to learn. So, I told her, but Mama Benga, her junior sister, my fiance's mom's junior sister, made a statement that day. And remember, I was very young. I was what? I was 25. I was very young. She made a statement. She said, her son, she wants us to bring our son to America. And I told her, I said, Mom, it doesn't work like that. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Immigration stuff, all those things, you know, we need to. I mean, look, my ex-husband had 5 other siblings. we haven't thought about bringing them, and she's talking about her own, and we are not even married yet. I don't know if you get it now, but I just told her, I said, Mommy, we need to be very, very, you know, we take it easy and see what the system is like to know what to do. You just don't grab people and bring them to America. You know how that's how most people think in Nigeria. And you have to carry all my children to America. Oh, carry me. It doesn't work like that. Not knowing that I don't offend them. I went back to Ibadan. No problem. I told my mom, the reception, Mama Yomi was a Christian to the core. I thought. She wouldn't wear earrings, no necklaces. She always wrap her head. She went to Rema Church or Rem Church, something like that. You understand? She was no nails, no, you know what I'm saying? SU look. So we prayed in the morning when I was there. I thought she was a real Christian. Waiting me, I knew. You understand? And that's how I took them. So Yomi came also. He came home to meet my mom, spend time with us in our family, and we came back to America. We went on separate visits. Then we decided, okay, December, we wanted to go for our engagement. It was December time. It wasn't only myself and Abayomi. We had, I believe, 3 other families, couples, friends of ours. We all planned to go around that December time. And they are all married together with their husbands, except me. I'm talking about their first husbands, except my own. Did you see now? So 3 of us, 3 couples, we all planned our engagement ceremonies to go to Nigeria so we could attend each other's events. Did you understand what I'm saying now? Kenny or Joe, how are you? God bless you. Welcome, my sister. So, and that's what we did. My own event, my engagement, it was a good day, but it was not such a good day. I had already attended my best friend's wedding, Fumi Fayez. I don't think she's online today. She's when we say we're like that, we've been together since we were little. She lives in New York. Her husband met her through me. She was a school of nursing, a nurse, while I was in medical school at ABH. So they had their wedding first. No, actually we went to the Ogunju Igbe's wedding. I'm talking about Sheyi and Olumide Ogunju Igbe, the pastors of Redeemed Church, Jesus House, Washington, D.C. We've been friends that long. See, Olumide Ogunju Igbe, Pastor Olumide Ogunju Igbe, aka Longus, was in Yomi's class, my ex-husband's classmate, when we were in school. See how we knew each other now. This same pastor, I know you know him. If you go to Jesus House, you know who I'm talking about. The same tall, handsome Olumide, yes, and his wife Sheyi. So when they did their engagement in Nigeria, I was there with my ex-husband. So they did theirs first, and then we went for my other friend Fumi and her husband Daramola Daramsin. We went to their own event. I was Fumi's maid of honor, best lady, Nigerians will call it. And I was a maid of honor because, remember I told you, she met her husband through me back in the day when we were in school. But during our event, I was there trying to help her get dressed. Ijebu Jesha, not Ishe. They had the event in Ijebu Jesha. I was there. How are you? You're Walete. God bless you. You're welcome. Please share this program if you haven't shared yet. Story of my life. Please share this program, please. Very, very serious. Very down to earth. Very honest. I want you to learn from it. So that way we can grow together in Christ. All right. So during my friend's wedding, before the morning of the event, Yemtoke, you're welcome, my darling. I love you so much. That's my cousin. During her event, there's a ceiling fan. There was a ceiling fan in the room where we were all getting dressed. I was helping my best friend to get dressed. And I raised my hand up, and the ceiling fan caught my finger. We're all in the room, maybe about 6 of us. And you know the shock. At first, there was no blood, and all of a sudden, the blood just splattered. Remember, my own wedding engagement was the weekend after. We planned it, you know, in sequence. Oh my goodness. Blood was all over. Fan, ceiling fan. The cut is still, you can't see it. You see that that big cut is still there. It's all Gejani almost cut off the finger. The blood splashed on the wedding dress, on the every white. It was a, oh my God. On the morning of the wedding, my heart broke. I was crying. What kind of calamity? Imagine blood, eje. I said, oh Jesus, what are we going? We started to clean it. They used like a towel to wrap my finger. I had a fever right away because I'm someone that didn't have blood. Remember I told you I was anemic. Now I lost so much blood. But I was determined. We went for the wedding, the white wedding. I still was her best lady. I still was her maid of honor. But right after, I couldn't wait for the reception. We had to travel back to Ibadan so I could go to UCH. That was the only hospital I wanted them to take my hand to, because that's where I graduated. But lo and behold, when we got to UCH, I didn't let them apply anything. You know something? Because all the stuff that they had, they were dirty. To me, it looked like I was going to be infected if I let them do anything. So I just told them, just wrap it back up, let me go home. And I was just treating myself. And the arm was this swollen. So that is how I had my engagement. We just waited enough and prayed. I was at home. They would not let me come out of the house. Definitely because, of course, I was getting married, but 2, because I was sick. It wasn't a good omen. My friends got married. You know, they did okay. Everything was fine. And the 2 couples that went to Nigeria to get married together, they are all still married. Remember, except for my own wedding. But I never thought about anything. I was not well. My ex-husband's family, then they came from Ilorin as planned. They came in 2 buses, you understand, to attend the wedding, of course, the engagement. But something significant also happened, because we had the ceremony in our compound. My mom already had a house. Before I left for America then, my mom already got a piece of land, and she built like the first layer of the house. It wasn't even painted. Do you understand? We didn't have money to raise it up. So when I got here, I was sending money home, you know, for us to do it dear, little by little. Tima, God bless you, you're welcome. So we had a compound, our own compound, where we didn't go to no hall, where we had the engagement ceremony. And it was a simple ceremony. I came out, I wasn't well. Remember, my finger was I couldn't even speak. I was that sick. Okay? We finished it. My one thing that my mom noticed that day, which she said later, she didn't say it then. And not only my mom, some of my family members who attended the wedding, the engagement, you understand? That they said later. Remember, I was too sick, I was veiled. You know, when you're the one getting married, you don't see stuff. Was that, what thing they noticed was that my mother-in-law never smiled. Bolahon, how are you? Bolahon Collins, we lived together. I mean, next door to each other, ni Iwo Road, when we were still renting from one Alaji guy, before we had our own little home. That's Bolahon Collins. When I was in high school, when I went to college, Bolahon Collins, we were close, very good friends. His dad, the best dad in the world. Yes, he was there at our wedding. Yes, Bolahon Collins. Thank you so much. The testimony, negative testimony that people gave years later, well, not maybe years later, maybe about 2 years later, was that you were in attendance. Lara Kerembe, Lara! Oh my God, Lara, how are you? Lara was at my engagement too in Ibadan. How are you, darling? God bless you. Omotayo yen lo throw me off. How are you, mommy? God bless you. You see, I have some people here that we go way back. But Emio, I didn't see what was going on. I was just there. We did the ceremony, you understand? And that was it. Because I came back to the States the next day because I had to come and take care of my hand. I went to the hospital straight when we arrived. But later on, when discussions arose, when the marriage started failing, do you understand? The marriage that never even got rooted. My mom was like, she noticed that day. Yes, I know small Yemtoke was there too. You were so small then. I don't remember how old. Auntie Odu was there. Of course, Mommy Eko was there. Those were my family members. Those were my family members. We don't joke with family. They were there in our compound then, in Iwo Road. Alakia, Iwo Road. I think Alakia is in Iwo Road, right? Alakia. Okay? So, my mom told me, lọ́jọ́ yẹn, Kemi, Mama Yomi ò rẹ́rìn rárá. Wọ́n ní wọn ò rẹ́rìn rárá kẹ̀. Wọ́n ní in fact, àwọn mommy tó ń wà pẹ̀lú àwọn her sisters, her brother, people, pé kí ló dé tí mama ọkọ Kemi ò rẹ́rìn? How can you attend your son's engagement and you didn't smile at all? that was, my mom said she never smiled. You know, the Alagas would be making jokes. I remember the Alaga that I got then. She tried to climb the pole, you know, and all that. After I worried, yes, Alakia Beni, Ibenia Langbe, and that's still where my mom's house is. But Emi Omo, I didn't know. All right, and we came back to America. Thank you, the families that were coming in. Yes, ma. So we came back as engaged couple. In fact, pastors were there. We were like married. You know, engagement is marriage. And we started to plan our white wedding because we wanted to have that one here where all our friends are. You see how it goes now. So we got married December 1995. Engagement. We did our engagement ceremony December 1995. And then we had our white wedding July 21st, 1996. And our white wedding was here in Maryland at my church then. It was an American church. Word of Faith was the name of my church. It was the same church I went to in Michigan, and then the annex, the what they call it, the extension was here in Maryland. Name of my pastor then, Pastor Givens. He married us. Another thing happened on the wedding day. Remember when we went for our wedding, our engagement? I cut my finger. I was very sick. The ceremony went on. It was a beautiful ceremony. Everybody that came went back home. I came back to the US, went to the hospital. They stitched my finger. I had to be on antibiotics for weeks, but God saved my finger. I still have the cut till today. I'll take a very close picture and show you guys. I don't know if you can see that cut. It's been so many years. But God helped me. And then we planned our wedding. On my wedding day, I'm a planner. I've always been a planner. I like things to go well. I love things to go, you know, smoothly and all that. On our wedding day, guess what happened? My ex-husband is a very playful man. Was a very playful man. I shouldn't use the word is because I don't know how he is now. My ex-husband is someone that will be dancing. Abayomi would dance, you know. He was very playful. He loved to watch cartoons. I wasn't like that. I was a more serious person. Playful, yes, but not cartoon. I wasn't a cartoon lover. I still don't like watching cartoons. I mean, you won't see me crawling on the floor with children. I'm not like that. I can play with children, but more calmly. You understand? So I knew that Abayomi was playful, right? So I made sure that our engagement and our wedding rings I gave them to him, but I told him to give it to his best man, which was, I believe it was Olumide Ogojuigbe. If I'm right, it's been so. I've erased a lot of these memories. His best man. Because he's forgetful. He was forgetful. He was playful. So I couldn't hold the rings myself now. So I kept reminding him even till the night before the wedding. Give Che Otiko and one rings in here. Zainab, how are you, darling? God bless you. She Otiko and one rings in here. Fun best man only yes on Tikofun. Have you given the rings? Have you handed the rings over to our best man? He said, yes. Kemi, don't worry now. We're all excited. All our friends came from far and near. We had a beautiful wedding. But at the church, we had a limo. You know, I was in the limo, parked outside the church with my wedding crew, my ladies. I had a few, I had a maid of honor. I had maybe 4 bridesmaids, you know. And I felt something, you know, you're parked in front of the church in the limo. The bride is sitting there in my white regalia. I could see them running around. I'm like, what's going on? I told one of the ladies, and you know, we can't come down. I said, what is going on? Please share this program. Oh. Please share if you haven't shared. And don't forget to watch part 1. This is part 2. I said, what is going on? Hey. And at that time, there was no cell phone. There were no cell phones. Oh. Even if people had it, I didn't have a cell phone. I don't remember I had any. But they kept telling me, calm down. I will wind the glass. I said, what's going on? They said, calm down, calm down. I said, what in the world is happening? Well, they finally told us to come out. So, dan, dan, da, dan. Dan, dan, da, dan. I'm sweating. This is my Jalupere car. The AC is not working well. We've taken it to the shop twice. They said they can't find what is wrong with it. It's 2011 Mimoramoto. How many years is that? It's Dodge Caliber. It's a good car. Sorry, I'm diverting because you can see me sweating. And I have AC on. They said, so I have to take it to the Dodge dealership. My husband has taken it to the shop twice, even one time since we've been back. And they said they can't fix it. So I have to take it to the dealership. It's a really, really cool car. It never gives me wahala. Since 2011. We bought this car right after myself and my husband got married. My second husband, my last husband, Big Papa. We got married August 5th, which was yesterday, 2011. And we got this car on Thanksgiving Day, November 24 or 25, the same year. Okay. So please don't, thank you. I'm sweating. But what I'm saying too, it will make you sweat. Because these are some crazy memories. There were so many red flags. But there's so many red flags. Okay. We came down of myself and my ladies. 13 years, very new. Myself and my ladies came out of the car. Of the limo. White limo, stretch limo. Because, you know, we planned it well. It was our wedding, supposed to be the only wedding ever that myself and him, you know. There were no issues. We were fine. We loved each other. But like I said, I knew him from when I'd known Yomi as a very, very playful young man, playful person. So, anything about him, you will know what to do. So I handled the ring well because Yomi was forgetful. I thought I handled it well. The mistake what I did, I guess, was I did not take the ring, give it to the best man myself. But I still was reminding him. I reminded him up until the evening, the night, even the morning of the wedding. I still called him. Are the rings safe? Are the rings intact? Are the rings where they're supposed to be? Lo and behold, after the chaos, dun 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 dun, the bride is coming in a wet white dress, looking queenly. Here comes the bride and all the girls. They are coming from the limo. We went in. You know, wedding now, the husband and his crew, they are inside already. So we went inside the church. And then when it was time to, here comes the bride. When Tijani, God bless you. When it was time for the little bride, the little page boy, is that the boy, who brings the ring? I want you to listen very well, oh. You know I know my ring. I know my ring very, very well, yo. We went and bought the ring together now. I know the ring that we picked, oh. The page boy in front of the pastor and the whole congregation. Everybody looking beautiful. And one thing about me, my expression tells the story. I don't know how to lie. If I lie, I can't even lie. My face will show. They will catch me. I can't hide my expression. The page boy came. I was standing there as Mrs. Toby. My husband then was standing there. The page boy brought the ring, the pillow. Remember they put, in fact, there's a woman in this town, Mrs. Abraham of Glad Fabrics. She's the best tailor designer in the world. She designed the ring bearer. The ring bearer. She designed the pillow for my ring. Because I said that pillow, I will be using it for my baby. She designed akoti. You know akoti? A little stool, footstool, to match the pillow. Such that when I'm sitting down, I wasn't pregnant then. No. When I'm sitting down with my baby on my recliner chair, I will put my baby's head on the ring pillow, and I will put my foot on the bridal footstool. I had it all planned, though. Hey, Kemi was getting married. What are you telling me? She designed stuff for me, I got my dress then at David's bridal. Beautiful dress with one big bow. I love bows. Only bow. I had the Kemi and then the bow was just doing yeri. Oh my God. Okay, I had on cream, like off-white, and tan. You know, I love tan. I love nude colors. I don't know if you know. I love nude. So it had nude little petals. Very beautiful dress. So I was standing in front of the pepe, in front of the what's pepe? In front of the pulpit, and Okoyawo was standing there, and the ring bearer came. If you have just joined, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. This is the story of my life, part 2. I don't know if we will get to part 100. I'm just doing it in clips. I woke up early this morning, went to the dentist, and I said, let me do this before I get to work. Welcome, everybody. So, say, Kemi, get on with this thing now. You should know where I'm going. Hey! The ring bearer, one small little baby boy, came. And he brought the pillow. They brought the pillow. And the bishop, I mean, my pastor, took the ring, Abby. I can't remember all the exact sequence. He took the ring and my finger. Where's the ring finger? Remember how you put ready? That is what we have been waiting for now. Orukati do wano di ololufe remu kò sẹ́ni tó lè yà wá títí láíláí. Oya paja stick papa ni. But at that particular time, that was in my head. I never thought in my life what happened. I never thought in my life what would happen after that. Time for action, Tijani. God bless you. So my wedding finger. If you don't know, guys, if you have not married yet, because this happens to me on my events too. Sometimes the lady will bring no. It's the left second finger. That is your ring finger right there. That is your ring finger. I put the finger ready. Cameraman, where are you? Oh yeah, roll the camera. Picture, photographer, paparazzi. Oh yes, ready, get. And they gave the ring to my Okoyawu Abayom. Oh yeah. Are you look at my korokoro eyes very well. My finger was like this. The ring was coming. And my eyes was like I just dropped my hand and he held it like that. And I looked at him like I was shaking my head. because remember I told you, I don't know how to, I was in shock. And it was like, I looked around, and I looked at the pastor was like, I said, so I put my, guess what was happening now? Can you guess? It was not my ring. They put this ring on my finger, it will not fit. On my wedding day, my hand was shaking. They put it there. It was not my ring. My heart fell. I looked at him. I couldn't scream, but my eyes were full of questions. What happened to our ring? They blessed the wrong ring that day. Are you listening to me? All the prayers they prayed it didn't even fit. It didn't fit. So did we really get married safe? We did, because God was there. Yes, we did. It's not all about the ring, really. Yes, we did. God was there, but that symbol, God was showing you a sign, but it was too late. So everything else we did, I was just floating. After we did all that, was a disaster and signed right from, after we did everything, took pictures and all that, by the time we were taking pictures, I turned it, because it wasn't my ring, and I just held my hand like that. I didn't know where it came from. I was so full of questions. So by the time we had a moment together before the reception, because the reception was in the evening, people had time to go. We actually had 2 receptions. I take that back. We had a first reception right after, and then people went home and then came back for the party in the evening. So I now asked him, and then I took it off. I said, whose ring was it? You know, they just borrowed somebody's ring inside the congregation. I don't even know if it's a family member. I can't remember, because he couldn't find the ring. You see my life? We had to go and buy another ring, but is it the same? No. What's in Nike leg? The Bible says, if the foundation be broken, what can the righteous do? But we got married. We had the reception. We had he apologized. What can I do? The ring was missing. It was missing. I don't know. Maybe he even gave it to somebody else. I don't even know. What a playful on wedding day. Yes, so I don't know where that ring went. So that is how we started our life together. I knew who I married. I knew he was playful. And I tried. I tried. But it wasn't meant to be like that. Because I did not release the ring until the night before the wedding. Because the fact that I knew he was playful. I can't hold my own ring now. Or maybe I should have. Who would have known? But I was going to do it. And there was no, now, when I host weddings now, people who know me, if you have done your wedding here, if I've hosted your wedding, I'm very particular about the wedding ring, engagement ring. I take it myself. If I have to host your wedding, if you have an engagement or your child is getting married, and you hire me to see measure the MC, they know I'm a woman of God. That ring is very important. I don't think I've ever told anybody this story before. I don't think so. At least not to this detail. I always ask the wife, do you trust me enough for your ring? Oh, yes, mommy. But we would have built a rapport, a relationship. And I said, bring that your engagement ring. If I'm doing, running their engagement, give it to your event planner, or I will collect it from you or from your mom before the event, and I hold on to it and I make sure it's where it needs to be with my eyes on it. I tie it to the Bible myself 3 minutes before we start, and I put it where we, and I have an assistant. Watch that ring for me, because I've been there. I've been there. May that never happen on your children's wedding day, or if you are here and you are not married. May all these mishaps never happen. But red flags were there, but I guess we were just we were good friends, great friends, and we loved each other. You know, we were more friends maybe than husband and wife, maybe. And we got married, and we started our home. We built a beautiful home in Maryland here. We moved into our beautiful home. Remember, I promised his mom a house. I made sure when we came back from Nigeria, even before we got married, I started to put money together, my money, his money, and sent it home. And we bought my fiance, or my husband, you know, then my first husband's mother, a home in GRA, at GRA in Ilorin. A nice home, nicer than what my mom, we hadn't even finished our home. I didn't care. You remember the house, auntie? Thank you. Tinu, God bless you, Tinu. Tinu, we've been my aburo since way back when we lived on the same street. Tangbeli Alaji. Tinu's mother and my mother were best friends. When I went to London, remember when I told you that I was sick? Tinu, watch part 1. I did it yesterday. Remember I told you when I first got pregnant, and we went to Nigeria, and I was very sick. I didn't even know I was pregnant. It was at Tinu's house that I stayed, and I was very sick. I would be chopping carrots. Carrots would be on the corner of my mouth to help me to you know, take care of the, you know how your mouth is when you're pregnant. But I didn't even know I was pregnant. Tinu knows a lot about my life. A whole lot. Very close to faith. Sheung Adeola. I don't understand what that means. So, you came to my wedding. Thank you, Tinu. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you, my love. God bless you. You know something? We built a house. I mean, we bought a house for his mother, GRA. A nice one. Way better. Why would I compare? His mom was my mom. My mom knew about it. My mom never said anything. My mom was never like that. My mom would be like, "Ya okoe, ya eni, okoe, omo mini," meaning your mother-in-law is your mother, and your husband is her son. That was how it was, and that is how it's supposed to be under normal and godly circumstances. You know where GRA is. I'm not from Ilorin. He said he's the one close to NTA Ilorin, Faith Road. I don't know. I don't know Ilorin. But she had a very nice house that, in fact, she had a gate man. We didn't even have gate man. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. But it was okay. I was very happy. We bought that house for her before we finished building our own in Maryland, because of the commitment I had. I told her we would do it. So I can't fail now. I did not like the way they were living. Their condition was not good. It was not good. And remember I told you my ex was playful. So I was the one that was putting things together, which is okay. It happens like that. It could be the wife that is more playful and the husband is more serious. Two hands come together as one. A woman will warn. Wherever is weak, you be strong. Whenever is strong, you know, you come together. That's how it is. After the marriage, We lived in a beautiful home. Remember I told you I got pregnant 3 months after, and hell broke loose. Just 3 months after the wedding, after the ring went missing, after we had a beautiful wedding. We even had a Lere band at our wedding, which was very rare back then. We're talking about 1996. I gave back to Tommy 1997. 1996, we had a Lere, we had a band. Folly Peperempi came to play for us. A very beautiful event center here, one of the best. La Fontaine Blue. That's where we had it. We could afford it. We were okay. 2 young lovebirds, right? Beautiful home. Tinu came to our house now. Tinu, you know where we lived down in Perrywood. Oh yes, you came to visit. Beautiful home. You call it a mansion. I'm not saying it to Buga, but we were just what? I was how old? 27. My husband was 28 and a half, 29. And we were already very blessed. We had our own cars. We had beautiful jobs. God blessed us. We were the first of, in each other's families. We were helping our siblings. We had a nice home. Upstairs, we had like 6 bedrooms. I had my curtains made, custom made by JCPenney. They came in and made the draperies. People would come take pictures in my house then. One of my friends actually came from London to get married at my house. Why not? And she had a honeymoon in my basement. I had a full basement with a bathroom, with a living room, with bedrooms. If Tinu is still here, she can testify to all these things I'm saying. Because Tinu lives in London, by the way. Tinu is, remember I told you, my mom's best friend's daughter. But the marriage did not last. Everything started that I knew of when I got pregnant and I was very sick. But guess what? I said that's what I thought, right? Hey! Guess when the marriage actually started to fail? Yes, sadly a house doesn't make a home. You're very right. Guess when my marriage actually, spiritually, without my knowledge, started to fail? Tinu said, yes, I did visit your beautiful home too, with Tombo 6 bedrooms. You're right. Guess when my marriage to Abayomi actually started to fail? That day when I visited Abayomi's mother in Ilorin, and Abayomi's mom's younger sister, Mama Benga, requested that I bring her son, or we bring her son to America. And I told her it will be a process. Immigration doesn't work like that. I had no idea that the thing don't get serious scale leg then. No idea. No wonder Mama Abayomi did not smile at the engagement. No wonder the ring got lost. Later, it came to my knowledge, Abayomi spoke when we started having crisis. You know how the words would just come out. And I told you that there's something about my life. When someone is thinking negatively about me, the Lord will make that person speak to me. It will not come third hand. For instance, I'm going to use, let's say Taiwo Owolabi, I'm safe. That's my son. Taiwo Owolabi is thinking, I'm just paraphrasing now, is thinking something negative Maybe he doesn't like me. And what's wrong with this mommy? Gonself. Wahala, I want to take you. She's too much wahala. You know something? It would not be Mayomi or Salimo. We are all in the same. Those are my family in Mesho Fans Club. That's another thing. Please join my club, Mesho Fans Club. Join our club. Follow our club on Facebook now. Wanu Allah, God bless you. My whole family is here. Wanu Allah is here. I love you, Wanu. Mommy Nko, Eku Toju Mama. You know, join Mesho Fans Club. Tinu, follow. Click and follow. Link, Mesho Fans Club on Facebook. Somebody put the link up there. I don't know how to. Just type Mesho Fans Club. Type Mesho Fans Club. It's on my page. We are here. One more, please. Mommy Gladys and make women. Everybody, Kenny Ojo, join Mesho Fans Club. It's the only Mesho Fans Club on Facebook. And you will see my face there. Salimo, if you can put the link here, put it there. That's the birthday gift that I need. I want quality people. I don't want quantity. I want quality people. That's right. Mesho Fans Club. Come on board. Let's join hands. Iron sharpened iron. It started since then, and I did not know. My ex-husband, Abayomi, while we were still married, told me one day, he said, do you know something? I said, what? And he's very naive too. He was very naive too. We're just two young people. Please join. Thank you, Tinu. Gladys Ebi, yes, Mesho Fans Club. It's three separate words. Mesho, space, fan, space, club. You can't miss it. Join. Share. Everybody share this beautiful, real story. Share the first part too. It's on Facebook. It's on my page. Thank you, Gladys. That's the way it is. Thank you so much, guys. You understand? And he told me, I'm getting ready to wrap up now. And we'll continue again either tonight or tomorrow. You know what he told me? He said, Kemi. And this was maybe right after I got pregnant. We had come back from Nigeria. Maybe 4 months after the marriage. 4 months after the marriage. He said, thank you. That's the link. Let me pin that. How can I pin that? Yes. Okay, I just pinned that. Please. Everybody, that's the link. I believe that's the link to Mesho Fans Club. Yes, it is. Thank you, Amao, Angel Amao. In our club, our captain is Salimot Ulushola, a very capable, young, vibrant woman of God. And we have angels. Amao Akiniyi Olawale is one of our angels. We have quite a few. Taiwo Owolabi is one of our angels. Iyapo Mayomi, one of our angels. They all they're like we are under God Almighty. Myself, that's the hierarchy. Salimot Olushola, the captain, and then our angels. And then we have the family. We are all one. So my ex-husband said, Olaide, God bless you. He said, you know what? This was about 4 months after the marriage. I was very, very small pregnancy. Maybe about 4 weeks pregnant or so. I was very sick. But we already started, the wahala already started. He said, you know something? I said, what? He said his mom was not happy with the marriage. I said, come again? He said his mother, this same mother that I went to visit in the Lord, I am a very sheltered girl from a baby. We just don't go visit people. The only home that we visited when I grew up, while I was growing up, was my mother's siblings' homes. And she had 2 siblings. Mommy Eko, her home in Lagos, and my mom would be right there, and her brother's home in Ibadan. We lived a very sheltered life. I told you I was omobota. So for my mom to remember you ate carrots. Yes, I ate carrots. I told them, Tinu. I will put in a comma. I took pictures with this comma on my mouth like that. Be a big, gigantic carrot. Bring them on camera. Yemi Akintade, you want to come on my camera? Maybe next time. Let me wrap up, please. Thank you so much, my love. That's Angel Yemi Akintade. Oye Yemi Akintade. How are you, my love? Mwah. I said your mother that I went to visit, that my mom released me and my brother to go visit. We took public transportation. No, I think we did. We went there, or maybe we took a drop. I'm not sure, because we didn't have a car then. And I was there at their house for 2-3 days. And they took excellent care of me. And I promised mom we will get her our own house, because the living environment was not good. I'm using good words, you understand? And then we had engagement. They came, 2 truckloads, 2 bus loads of people, of their family members and friends. Came all the way from Ilorin to Ibadan for engagement ceremony. And now 4 months after the wedding, you are telling me she's not happy with the marriage. Hey, I said, why? I said, is that why she did not smile during the engagement? Because then my mom would tell me then, Mama, well, maybe because she's SU. You know, a lot of people, after they've accepted Jesus so much, they don't even fat. They carry my daddy Jesus for head. As if not them born Jesus himself. They don't laugh, they don't smile, they don't bathe. Some of them walk around stinking. I'm sorry, but some of them are like that. They are liar from the pit of hell. Don't judge the book by the cover. That's what I did. I judged the book by the cover. I was so naive. The woman, no, they wear earring, no, they wear chain. I thought she was Mama Jesu. I thought she was Mama Jesu. She will pray, the whole earth will shake. Now lie. Hello? Some of you mothers, fathers, your children want to get married, and the mommy of the bride or mommy of the groom, they are fashionistas like myself. Hello? They are the ones that will be shaking butt on the social media, and you will say, don't judge the book by the cover. Some people that dress very, very beautifully, who dress very beautifully, who are outspoken, decent people, are the best ones. Because they call somebody pastor, they dress as if they get something for body. They cover up their whole body. Even the bra, now over here, they won't wear good bra like myself, you see? They won't wear good bra. Don't trust them, They will be behaving as if that them kill Jesus. Now lie. Their insides are as dark as charcoal. I had no clue. Even my mom, even though we are prayerful, she just knew that she didn't smile. And I told my mom it's because she's born again now. When they are born again too much, I didn't know she was born against. Against. You know, there's born again. A-G-A-I-N. And there are some people who are born against. They are born against good things. They are born against success. They are born against their children's marriages. They are born against the goodness of their children's lives, not my own. They lost the best thing that ever happened to their family. I'm saying it with all my eyes open. Because this babe right here, don't be ordinary and don't be joking. When you step into my life, I'm saying it all. I'm not even bugaing it because of the Jesus in me. You step into greatness. For real. And that is the truth. That's why I say, if you're not of God, run away from me. Because the God that I carry will fight you. Hey! That God that I carry, not a joke. He don't mess with me at all. They lost it. And they've lost it forever. And they are still crying. I'm not lying. So my dear sisters and brothers, my marriage, first marriage, failed even before it started, and I did not know it. But why didn't they stop it? That's all. Maybe because of the promise I made, which I kept, that I was going to build or buy with my husband's support. Don't forget, a house for my mother-in-law. Maybe that's why. And once they got the house, Princess Morade Ogunlano, love ya. Mistrel Olubukun Ayonfe, welcome. She said yes, so. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. How long did my marriage last after the pregnancy? After 3 months that I got pregnant, the marriage started to crumble. It started to crumble. It was no more a marriage. We slept separate beds. Go and listen to part 1, Miss Mary Bolin. I love you, my sister. Part 1 I did yesterday morning. It's on my page. You can't. I'll pin it again once I finish this. You'll see it. Once you scroll down, you see it. You can't miss it. Please listen. Take time to listen to part 1. So I don't repeat myself. My whole marriage, entire marriage, didn't last a year and a half. But it started to crumble after 3 months of the pregnancy. 3 months after marriage. And it crumbled. And I couldn't tell anybody. I didn't know where the problem was coming from. I thought it was only because I was sick, because of the pregnancy. But it wasn't. It was a heavy spiritual attack. Heavy. And I was naive. I was a baby Christian. Very baby Christian. I did go to church. I went to fellowship. I attended American Church, Riverdale Baptist Church in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. A wonderful church, but it wasn't a prayer warrior church. It wasn't. We would just pray, we will read the Bible. They couldn't help me. They didn't understand. I couldn't even tell them. My pastor was a white man. A wonderful white man. I love my church. But they don't understand about African spiritual attack. They thought my marriage was just failing like marriage fail. Do you understand? And I didn't understand. I couldn't tell my mother because I didn't want her to be sick. Remember I said that. Go and listen to part 1. I couldn't tell anybody. Even my mother-in-law, I didn't know she had issues with me. Until a little, so I would still call her. Mommy, how are you, ma? She's okay. How are you? Not knowing that kokoro ton jefo inu efo lo wa. Who can interpret that for me very well? The insect that is eating the vegetable is inside the vegetable. Yoruba with iwa dudu beni. You understand? The insect, like when you go to the market, like the Amish market or the real raw market, and you buy spinach or raw vegetables, like kale, the raw ones that they just cut from the farm. Sometimes insects will be there. This is before they clean it and bag it. So when you see that the vegetables has holes in it, you understand that the leaves are not fully fully patterned. The insects in the vegetables already ate their own portion. It's not from the outside insects. So kokorotonje for the enemies within my princess was inside, and I did not know I was living inside within enemies, eating with them, buying them houses, buying them clothes. I was sending my mother-in-law money every month like I sent my mother money. I did not include that. Since I met her and I saw their living conditions. And remember, my ex-husband was playful. He made money too. I would say, oh yeah, bring this money. I joined it with my own. I sent it. Western Union, they know me very well. When we had the Western Union, I'll send to my mother, I will send to her, his mother. And we were building a house, buying a house at GRE. This was before we even got married. This was before we finished our own home, our own personal home. Because my mother-in-law could not be living under that tardiness. And we will have our own beautiful home here. My mom already had her own, even though we were still developing it. Do you understand? But God was seeing all these. Hey, the God who is the discerner of a man's heart. He saw their hearts. He saw my heart. And he was recording every single step. Oh, you can just shake the marriage, but you cannot touch Oluwa Kemi Omotolani Olupitun. That's my maiden name. You cannot touch the single hair on her head. You remember I had the worst pregnancy ever. Maybe it was even from them. Who knew? Because my blood changed from AA to SC. We have nurses and doctors on this platform now. They didn't know what was going on. They did test upon test upon test upon. Meanwhile, the baby was bouncing and was happy. I went through serious spiritual attack, emotional abuse, serious emotional abuse. But I've always been a very strong woman. I've been grown since I was 9 or 10 years old when my daddy ran away. So I was the mother of the house. When my mom went out to go and fagburu, I was the mother to all my siblings. So I've been grown since I was little. I will make amala for them. I will wash all their clothes. I will make sure the house is clean. I will make sure they do their homework. I will take care of my own self and go to school. So all that, God was preparing me for the bomb in my first marriage. Because I stood still. It wasn't easy. Don't get me wrong. But I did not die, yo. And my child did not die. No. Yes. He strengthened me. I will cry, but I will clean my face. And he kept showing me things throughout my marriage before I left. Because remember, my husband will go and have sex outside and come back home and tell me. He will tell me. He will say, you know, I met this girl today, and this girl told me, as I tall and fine, so my cucumber will be very big. He will come and tell me as I was pregnant. When he's going on dates, he will tell me he's going to the club to go and have a date. I will choose for him the clothes that he will wear, tell him the perfume that he will use, and send him out so I can even have some peace. And when the garage opens like this, I say, hey, he has come again. Oh. Not because he was coming to fight me, but because of the things that he will say. He wasn't saying anything down at me like, I look at you. No. He will never say that. But he would tell me everything he did outside. the marriage, he will come home and tell me. Have you ever heard of such before? And I will just take it in. I'll say, because that is the story of my life. They will come back and tell me. Because if someone called me, I will not believe them. I will not believe them. So he will use his own mouth to tell me. He will go for 3 days. I will come back and tell me where he had gone. Even the girls, he gave them phone numbers to the house. Remember that time there was no cell phones. They will call me at home. Say, hello, hello. My name is Kotiya. That is somebody's name. Kotiya. Kotiya. Opemi. My name is Kotiya. You know, Americans have names that are funny. I'll say, oh, really? How are you? Oh, so you are still in that house? They call him Yummy. Y-U-M-M-Y. But they called him Yummy. Y-U-M-M-I. Like yummy. Yummy. I guess it was too yummy for only myself, right? Okay. So they say, Yummy told us he brought you all the way from Nigeria. And he's the one that gave you the visa. And you have no job. He's the one that is taking care of you. And you refuse to leave, that he doesn't love you anymore. When are you going to leave that house? And we know you are pregnant, oh. You know you are pregnant. And maybe you are just waiting to deliver the baby. Just leave, oh, because we are ready to come to that big house of yours. He already brought us to the house and we are already seeing from how the things look. They will call me. And I will hang up, they will call again. And when it comes, I'll say, why are you giving them the phone numbers to the house? And you know, in America, hey, I'm an American too, oh. But in America, they don't play, oh. In Nigeria, maybe they will use juju, black magic. Here, they will carry gun. And this is my own husband, though. But they don't care. Are you listening to me? Americans know what I'm talking about. So my life was in danger. These ladies know me. They knew me. I did not know them. They knew my name. They knew my condition, that I was home alone, pregnant and sick, because they were telling me. They knew everything plus lies. They thought I had no penny to my name. They thought he brought me, that's what he told them, that he brought me from Nigeria here. I don't have anything. I don't have anybody, that I'm on his neck. Do you understand what I'm saying? And those are the lies he told them. You know how even some men, when they have concubines outside, they will run down the Iyawo, the wife. They will use their mouth to run that person down. That is what exactly they did, and much more. It was a very dangerous situation for me. But God protected me. They will harass me. I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. Many of them. I would tell my very close friend then. She lived in London. Her name was Ramat. Ram is a born-again Christian, but she came from a Muslim family. Ram Etibalogun. We're still the best friend. In fact, she's coming to Maryland very soon with her children. Ram got married at my house. Remember I told you someone got married at my house and used my basement as a honeymoon? She was one of them. She came all the way from London with her husband. Her husband was my former husband's very close friend, Tokumbo. And they came all the way from England, got married at Upper Marlborough Court. I planned it for them with a few friends, because our house was so beautiful and it was open. And we had the reception in our home in Upper Marlborough. And I told them, you're not going to the hotel, because we had a self-contained, beautiful basement. If there's anything about me, I love designs. I've always loved it. I can't put a nail on wood, but I will use my hand to sketch and tell you what colors and what kind of designs that I want. The same thing with clothing. Till today. Do you understand now? So they came. Hello, Hajia Zakiat, how are you? They got married and they had their honeymoon in my basement. I had another friend like that too, Falashade. Yes. Do you understand? Meanwhile, my marriage was falling apart. But God was there. And he's still there. I can't ever liken my situation to this guy in the Bible, Job. I can't. But I can kind of a little bit. You remember Job suffered. Job suffered. All his wives, his children, his businesses ruined. The devil went to God and said, God, that's your son Job that you are so proud of. Let me go and attack him. Give me, because God shielded Job 100%. You know, when you build a cocoon without any space around an individual, that is what God did for Job. No enemy could penetrate except God permitted the person. So when the devil couldn't attack Job, he went to God and said, God said, yes, yes, Satan, can I help you? That's your son Job that you are so proud of, that you say he will never ever say negative about you. Allow me to go and attack him now. And God said, well, you know what? I trust Job. Hey, Carmen, how are you? I trust Job. That's my son Job. Go and attack him, but don't kill him. Do whatever you want to do with him, but don't kill him. And the devil killed all Job's wives, killed all his children, wiped off his businesses, killed all his goats, his ram, his farm. I mean, Job was a very, very, very wealthy man. Turned him to zero. Inflicted Job with the diseases of the world. Cancer, ulcers, whatever. That maggots were coming out of Job's skin and his body. Job had no body. He had to be eaten out of the slum. That's where he lived. But Job never denounced his Lord Jesus Christ. Never denounced God Almighty. His friends will come and make fun of him. Job, what kind of God are you serving? He has taken everything from you. You are nobody. You are living poorly, worse than animals. Job never opened his mouth to say negative about God, anything negative about God. And you know the end of Job, don't you? Job got restoration. God restored Job. He gave him double portion. He gave him multiple portion. Everything that the Lord, that the Satan robbed Job of, God gave him multiple. I am decreeing and I'm declaring into your lives right now. If you've ever been or you are going through this kind of situation, that you feel alone, that you feel God has neglected you, that you feel Satan has robbed you of godly things in your life, don't worry. God is watching and he will restore you better than before in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. That's what happened to me. The devil did not kill me. I was very sick. Remember, I told you my skin was peeling. I was very sick. I was pregnant. I will be, blood will be coming out of my gums, out of my nose, out of under my nails. My blood group changed from regular blood group to SC. Have you ever heard of SC blood group? I was not able to walk. I was not able to eat. I lost weight. And yet, the devil could not touch my pregnancy. And yet, God kept me alive. Even though the devil ruined my marriage. But God allowed it. Do you see now? God allowed it. So there are some things that we go through in life that God allows. And we're like, why me? Why would this happen to me, God? What did I do? He is preparing you for greener pastures. Look at the trees. When you have trees, we have beautiful trees. Let me show you this real quick. Look at those trees. You see those trees? How beautiful they are? Their leaves are so full. Look at the flowers. Oh my goodness, beautiful flowers. This is summertime here. You see those leaves? Very soon, fall weather will come. We call it fall. We have 4 seasons. We have winter, we have spring, we have fall, we have, what else do we have? Autumn, right? We have autumn. Did I get all those right? Americans, help me out. You know I wasn't born here. Lynn, we have 4 seasons, right? Okay. We've already had winter where everything freezes. Cold, 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 cold. We wear jackets, we wear hats, we have scarves. We have springtime where the birds come out, and it rains a bit. You understand? It starts to get warmer. Okay? Then we have summertime. It is summertime now. You know something? When the fall weather comes, all these leaves that you